Hey guys, alright, I'm going to do a quick video. I've seen quite a few videos and bits and pieces online about how to do this job. Today I'm replacing this is an Evinrude VRO 40 horsepower. So VRO is this unit here that mixes the oil, so you don't have to mix the oil in the tank. You'd have an oil line coming in to the engine here, and mine's failed. You can see these little cracks here, and it's just beyond sort of me wanting to fix it. I'd kind of rather not have that system anyway. I'd rather mix the oil myself. And so I'm replacing this VRO pump unit with a standard type fuel pump. So these just run from crankcase pressure, and there's two versions I've seen. One has these two brass fittings and one plastic, and the other version doesn't have this one, right? It just has this one. So you can see the arrow on there. This is the fuel coming in from the tank. This one here with the hex there is the fuel going out back to the carby, or the manifold before the carby. And this one here can be operated by the hose, which is crankcase trigger for this original VRO. So if you wanted to mount the pump over here somewhere, which you might have seen, you can leave that barb there and connect it to that hose. But I'm going to plug that hose off, the one that goes down to the crankcase, and I'm going to fit it up here, which is the second option. All right, so you can see here those two screws will line up there, and this little hole here, which is the trigger for the crankcase to run the pump. Obviously I'll need to remove this screw, which you can see I've started doing. All right, and so with that screw out, I'll probably clean the paint up here, then I'll fit this pump here. And so once that's sitting there and bolted up, it'll have its crankcase trigger, and you'll see this is the fuel line coming from the tank, so that'll go to the plastic barb. This one's obviously blocked off. That'll go off to this manifold, which is this one here. All right, and I'll just quickly run through how that works. So basically, this stuff's already unbolted. So this is just the air box coming off the carby. Those three holes is where this VRO was mounted, so that was just plugged in with those little rubber pegs. And I've just cut 4 hoses off. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And removed this wire, right? Unplug this wire. And so you'll find now you've got these 3 hoses, 3 small hoses, which will go on those 3 barbs. And that one will be blocked because that's back to the crankcase. And as I said earlier, I'm not using it, I'm using this. And the bottom of this manifold is what connects to there via a hose, right? So you can imagine that's plugged in. This one has a hose, it'll probably come under here and up to the pump, onto there. Fuel line from the tank onto here. And this one back to the crankcase can be blocked with a bolt, or if you want to remove the starter motor, you can probably cap it off wherever it is down in there. I haven't even had a good look, but basically for now I'm just going to put a stainless bolt in there, forget about that, operate it here, pump mounted like that, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Seems like a pretty straightforward procedure, so we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, I'm not sure about this bottom hose down here. I think it may be just some sort of breather. It goes right down there below the bottom carby. I have to figure that one out. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a fuel line. It just seems like a breather of some sort. It's already cracked down the bottom there. Anyway, that's that. So hopefully that helps some people. I tried to put it in a nutshell for people, make a nice brief video that sort of explains it in a nutshell. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Cheers.